Hello, my name is Dusty McKenzie. I've been a professional archaeologist for over 20 years, and I've been teaching archaeology classes at Cabrillo College since 2008. People frequently ask me, what is archaeology? Well, most textbooks will tell you that archaeology is the study of past human culture through the recovery and analysis of the items that humans made, used, and then ultimately discarded. For example, this is an obsidian projectile point. If we look at the form of this artifact, it might be possible to interpret that it was used for hunting or maybe even in warfare. But our story doesn't end there, because archaeologists have figured out ways to date obsidian artifacts through a process called obsidian hydration. We can also use chemical analysis to figure out exactly where the rock came from that was used to make this projectile point. So if we think about form, function, date, and the source, we can recreate past subsistence and settlement systems of people that were alive thousands of years ago. We can also use animal bones, what we call faunal remains, to study human environmental interactions and even to understand how past humans adapted to environmental change, something that is very critical given how rapidly our global climate is changing today. We can also think about archaeology if we envision a giant toolbox. And in that toolbox, we have research questions. There's also field methods and techniques, laboratory analyses, statistics, and a whole slew of anthropological theories that when they are used together, it allows archaeologists to write chapters in a book that documents our collective time as a species on planet Earth. And I think that's powerful and really, really important. People also ask me why I like teaching and doing archaeology. And my response to them is, well, I don't like it. I absolutely love it. And I love archaeology due to its diversity and its ability to provide opportunity to people regardless of what their passion is or what their skill sets are. On that note, I grew up fishing. I was absolutely a maniac about fishing when I was younger, and I still am today. So I took that passion for fishing and I converted it into a lifelong career as an archaeologist. And in grad school, I was able to develop a research program that allowed me to study Native American fishing practices. Furthermore, I have friends that are passionate about scuba diving, and they're now doing underwater archaeology. I have friends that are very interested and passionate about aircraft, and they're now doing the archaeology of flight and airplanes. And archaeology is an incredible opportunity to travel the globe. I have friends that have done work in Peru, Iceland, Australia, New Zealand, and all throughout the Pacific Islands. There's very few other career opportunities that allow people to follow their passions and travel the globe in such a way that archaeology does. Finally, I guess I want to talk briefly about careers in archaeology. When a lot of people envision archaeology, they think about universities and museums. And although there are some archaeologists that work in academia and for museums, the majority of us work for state and federal agencies and also within the realm of cultural resource management and by doing environmental consulting. So there are state and federal agencies such as the National Park System and the State Park System that hires archaeologists to help protect and manage the cultural resources on their properties. The United States military hires archaeologists to protect and manage the archaeological resources on their military bases. Caltrans and other Department of Transportation agencies throughout the United States also hire archaeologists. And of course, within the private sector, environmental consulting companies hire a huge percentage of archaeologists to work within the realm of environmental consulting and archaeological consulting as well. So that being said, if you are interested in pursuing archaeology or learning more about it, I recommend enrolling in an archaeology class at Cabrillo College. It will definitely prepare you for transferring to a four-year university and pursuing archaeology there, and it might also land you a career position as a professional archaeologist. Anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing you in class someday. Take care.